Hello, hello. Heyo. Good morning. Good morning, good morning. How's it going? Cheers, cheers. How are we feeling today? Oh, you can't see me. Can't see me yet. Hello, hello. Hey. Heyo. Hey, good morning. Good morning. How's it going? How are you feeling today? Cheers. Good morning, good evening, good afternoon, possibly even good night. That's right, boys and girls, here we are. Cheers, cheers, good morning. Here we're ready for the crypto morning news with Kung Fu. That's right. Did you think we'd be in the green today? Did you? Were you ready for this? It looks good. It looks real good. It gives a little bit of a glimmer of hope. It's funny how people will always buy. I mean, aside from you smart folks that I know are in on, you guys are in the inner circle. You guys are in the know. Aside from you guys, most people, they're buying when it goes up and they're selling when it goes down. Why? Why you do it that way? I don't know. I don't know. Awesome. Good times. Good green color in the top 10, all the way probably down through probably the top 100, really. Top 100 looking really green. Nothing surprising there since everything's pretty much still tied to Bitcoin. Hey yo, how's it going? Let's say hey to the room. How's it going? Kevin G first. Kevin G got it. Sean Griffin, yo, how's it going, Sean? How are you? Crypto77, Junkies, J8 Unkies. I always want to put an 8 in there. Something Clever, to Crypto Savage, Corey, good morning, Chellfire, Bryce, Kyle, Dezam, to Crypto Savage, Ed French, Bricks, JMQ, Bryce Brown, hello, how are we feeling? Miyagi, hey yo, Christopher, Constantinople, Constant Pullman, Parmala, how are you all? How are we feeling? Rob, Casey, Bill, Gould, Christopher, Bryce Brown with a $1 donation right away. I appreciate it. Cheers. It means a lot. Yes, the market will go down again. It's amazing how easy it is to make money in crypto. I agree. Love the music. Me too. Gertie Beats. I have the link in the description. That's Gertie Beats on SoundCloud. Gertie Beats. He's pretty badass. I like it. Did the other tubers stage an intervention to get you back? Nope. This is a live stream. Okay, this is in live news at 11. Crypto news. No one is doing crypto news. We probably wouldn't need this Kung Fu Nerd service if and when other people start reporting on the news. It'll be too late. This will be the only crypto station worth. Fox News is going to call me next week and be like, yo, can we put Kung Fu live on Fox News? We need crypto news source on Fox, please. And I'll be like, you guys can subscribe to the feed and super chat me like everybody else. Hey yo, enjoy crypto. What's up? John, Sean, Mega Hash, something Panda. I can't read that. It looks legit though. I wish I could read that. I don't know. Can someone read that? Please help me. Bill Gould, Mr. DCY, cool. Hello. How are we all feeling? Did you think we would be here today? Green. Exactly. Bryce Brown, you know why that's funny. Bryce Brown knows why that's funny, guys. He's laughing it up. What happened? Well, that's a great question. Let's look at what happened. Let's look at what happened today. It looks like everything's up. The crypto market's above 200 billion, and BTC dominance, I just called it BT dominance. The Bitcoin dominance is down slightly. We were at 54.5%, and then it slipped 1%. Amajed Ali, I'm sorry. I did not mean to not say good morning to you. I'm so sorry. Let me make sure I didn't forget anybody else too, because I did really go pretty slowly through the list until I got to Mr. DCY. In-N-Out Burger, Eve, hello. Amajed, I'm sorry. Hello. Good morning. I appreciate you being here. It means a lot. Thank you. Prodigal SS Naz. God hates globalist. CT Lopez. Teresa. M. Saucy. MCV. Jack R. Crawford. Patrick. Hello all. Welcome. What did you expect to happen, really? It seems, if anybody watched my crypto exit strategy, this is a good sign. This is pretty much the way it goes. Up and down, no big deal. But happily, hey, John Pierce made it. That's cool. What's up? Yes, exactly. Michelle P, hello. Aaron Nowland, hello, hello. This is the way it goes. It kind of bounces up and down. I'm going to switch. I know, hey, I know, I'm still here. You can hear my voice. Don't worry. We're going to switch to this screen really quick, just so you guys can see. Look at the 7-day price graph. Look at the 7-day price graph. Look at that. Look at those sweet decline and bounces. Decline, bounce, decline, bounce. A lot of them have the same pattern. Can you notice the same pattern through almost every single coin has the same pattern other than Stellar. Other than Stellar and Tether. And Tether, we exclude Tether because we're not talking about it. But we're look at Bitcoin and Stellar both with their odd patterns, and look at the rest of the patterns that kind of mimic each other. This like decline and bounce, because a lot of that's just it's showing the significance of their pairing to Bitcoin right now, and that's just fine. That's just fine, okay? But see, look at all these nice little graphs. Stellar actually lost that position, the 5th position, to EOS again too. So it was about a $90 million split that had Stellar above EOS for a moment yesterday, for about the entire day yesterday. That was interesting to watch happen. And EOS pulling back ahead by about, what is that, like 45 million. No big deal. Putting them EOS back in position number 5. Stellar, again, just having a weird trajectory, bouncing up and down with the hype news that they keep seeing around it. People still wondering, like, is this something I should do or not? Good questions to be asking, of course. And, oh, golly, XRP, can you please just stay under 30 cents? I know everyone wants to see it do really well, but please stay under 30 cents, for the love of God. It's at 29.2, 12% up. Will it go back down? That's the question everyone wants to know. Will it go? If you got in at 25 cents, you're probably feeling pretty good, because there's not a guarantee we're going to see that again. I'm hoping we will. People were saying we will. The main question to ask yourself is, has anything changed? Has anything changed? We've been slipping further down this. You guys can't see me anymore. You're probably like, please come back. We're slipping further down this hill. We took away the 7-day price graph. You can't see it anymore. You can just see me. Really, what's happening too? Is there anything different? Is there anything different happening? Has any news changed other than XRP with their decentralization of their ledger? Has anything else happened? I see no. I mean, people responding to that XRP ledger decentralization, and that's cool, but I think it's still a few more days before the mainstream news machine even starts churning out what that means. I still think we could see a Bitcoin slip. Bitcoin further slipping, because we're really, all these price metrics are paired to Bitcoin. They're pinging, they're referencing Bitcoin. So the real question is, will Bitcoin slip further? Will altcoins slip further? Good questions to ask. Important things to wonder. Hello, hello, good morning, hello everyone. Yes, good times, what's up? Put on goggles. We have 3 minutes. 3 minutes. What it do? What up, XRP junkie? We need 25 cents again. I need 25 cents again. I don't know what you guys need. You have to tell me what you need. We have to develop our communication skills so that you can tell me what you need, and so I can deliver it to you. Although you guys did say you wanted a crypto exit strategy, and that was not necessarily the most popular video, but I believe it will be moving forward because I did such a good job. Kung Fu Saucin. BTC's the daddy. BTC is the daddy. I made a few pennies. You did. Need $20. This was the bottom, says Dutch Moon Cowboy. This was the bottom. That's a good thing. That's pretty much what everyone's asking. Is this the bottom? Has anything changed? Has any news changed since the last drop? Since the last 5.9 in Bitcoin? Has anything changed? I know that news has changed around XRP, and I think that we're still waiting to see that be grinded through the machine. But has anything changed with Bitcoin? Has anything changed from Bitcoin? I don't know. That's a great question. Kurt Russell is in a cryptocurrency thriller movie. That's what's changed. Thank you, Miyagi, so much. I needed that. That is probably going to be a huge catalyst. Everyone, honestly, this referencing back whenever I was teaching Kung Fu at this local Kung Fu school, which is a good time in my life. Honestly, very appreciative of that moment, being able to teach classes there to offset my costs, etc., etc. Thank you, Kung Fu fam from those days. We'll talk more about Kung Fu and do more Kung Fu lessons and stuff on this channel soon. I think that's important. We'll be doing that. But referencing right after the first Kung Fu Panda came out, people rushed into the Kung Fu school, mainly kids, because they saw the Kung Fu Panda movie and they were like, I want to go do Kung Fu. So, yeah, Miyagi's right. Kurt Russell's cryptocurrency thriller movie might be a really big deal. It might be one of the things that you don't even know how much that could introduce people to the concept of, whoa, wow. John, thank you so much. I don't know why it hasn't even dinged me yet. I haven't even heard the sound. Thank you so much. That means a lot. Let's get this party started. I agree. There it is. Woo! Give me some robot chat.
Let's get the party started.
Woo! Oh yeah, it's 11. Getting ready. Time for goggles. Oh, that's right. Now we're safe from any crazy FUD. Thank you, John Pierce. That means a lot. I appreciate you. How was jury duty? How was that? What state are you in? I'm in Texas. That's right, Texas. So yeah, when I was teaching Kung Fu classes, there was a huge rush just from people coming in and taking classes from watching Kung Fu Panda, the movie. Kung Fu Panda. Crypto 77, we're going to look at that today. Whoa, Jack Malone! Jack, thank you so much. The text-to-voice chat won't work if it's like under $3, I think, but I'll read your question. Wasn't yesterday's XRP video your last XRP video? Yes. Until 20,000 likes! Or a million views, whichever happens first. Mainly what I was trying to say is there's a lot of information on my channel about XRP. I made a lot of XRP videos. I just want to point that out. There's a lot of XRP videos out there. I wanted to make that video not necessarily I don't necessarily want to go all in heavy on my declaration of my last XRP video. I really wanted to make the declaration of XRP not 20K, mainly because I think that's important for me to kind of like clear the air. I know everyone likes that price prediction, and I know it sounds like a lot of good times, and I know that I said $20 in the video if you guys watched it, and everyone was like, David Schwartz said $120. I know. All right, I get it. I know. But I'm not trying to make any specific price predictions. I'm really just trying to get attention and attract people into that video to give them information. That's the game. So thank you. Yes, I will make more videos themed around XRP possibly. It possibly will happen. You just have to watch that one a million times first. Have you tried CoinPrika? I haven't. No, I have, but I haven't done it on stream. I don't use it on stream. Is that something that we should do? It's 11 o'clock. Time for the news. That's right. Crypto news at 11. Here we go. What's happening? What do we need? What do we need to know? Well, let's refresh this bad boy really quick. You guys want CoinPrika? Should we go to CoinPrika, Papa? What is this Paprika site you like? Yes, I have been here before. The thing is that whenever I'm doing the stream, it's so small, you guys can't really see that. I mean, I understand that people like this one. I won't argue with that. You can also go to view all on this one, and it shows some of the similar, like, other numbers. I gotta drop it back to, like, here. And then you guys can see on CoinMarketCap, it has some of the similar, like, 1 hour, 24 hour, 7-day numbers. No big deal. No big deal. So, thinking about today's news. Good times, great oldies, very exciting to just be in this space. The market's turned green, but one of the downfalls of today's news headlines. The news today, blow to Bitcoin as Coinbase CEO makes stark warning. So what is this? Bitcoin and cryptocurrency adoption rates around the world are growing, but not quickly enough to prevent the Bitcoin price from falling. And now the chief executive of San Francisco-based Coinbase, one of the world's largest cryptocurrency exchanges, has warned that widespread mass Bitcoin adoption for payments is going to be a long time coming. The Bitcoin price is currently just over $6,000 after falling below psychological barrier yesterday for the second time this year. The Bitcoin price is down some 70% from its highs at the end of last year, and many Newer cryptocurrencies that have been created in the last few years have all but been wiped out. A lot of devastating loss inside of these altcoins. So I think it'll be quite some time before you cross the street to Starbucks in the U.S. and pay with crypto. And we covered this in a video specifically talking about what we think they mean when they say this. And oh, you guys can't see me anymore. Oh, hello, I'm back. Starbucks was recently forced to row back reports from working with Microsoft and New York Stock Exchange. Basically what happened, we covered this in a video, they made an announcement they were interested in developing this space, and people took that as a sign that Starbucks themselves were going to be accepting Bitcoin in the near future. Instead, they're more like playing a VC role, a venture capitalist role, to help fund the development of the integration, shall I say, of not necessarily Bitcoin, but the ILP or Lightning or both, whenever it comes together, to facilitate payments for whatever crypto you guys have been hoarding and hodling. And what that means is, again, suggesting the reality that XRP is the faster, efficient one, will compound interest in it. But until that moment, there's still a lot to be developed around that infrastructure. So looking at Starbucks to play really a VC role there, and that's fine. That is fine. Customers will not be able to pay for frappuccinos with Bitcoin. And I think they just said this to cover their arse, really, because they just they don't want to mislead investors, and I respect that. That's kind of like me making XRP not 20K video. Like, XRP still headed straight to the moon in my mind, but I'm not gonna. It's like Starbucks saying we're not accepting Bitcoin anytime soon because they just don't want to confuse people. In reality, we don't know what this infrastructure development is going to look like. So, referencing this article, they talk about this boom here. The Armstrong estimated that only 10% of cryptocurrencies, including Bitcoin, are used in real life, in games and other purchases online. It's been suggested that in terms of Bitcoin and crypto adoption, we are still at some point in the very early phases of adoption. It was as if we're in the internet in 1994. Worryingly, that could mean we still have a lot of what is the equivalent of the dot-com bubble to look forward to through 2018. And if for those of you guys that maybe are a little bit younger, you maybe did not live through this dot-com bubble, I decided to bring that up. I decided to bring up the dot-com bubble. It's pretty obviously common knowledge what happened. There was a new technological innovation, and people jumped into it and thought it was hot. Hey, we didn't even press record on the camera today. And basically, a good majority of the companies did not make it through this bubble. I actually found this minute explainer video, which I like, and we're going to watch because I said so. Okay? So let's check this out. .com minute explained.
The dot-com bubble
Think about crypto.
1997, peaked in 2000, and ultimately burst by 2002. As the name suggests, the bubble revolved around speculative investments in internet companies. Simply put, investors were so excited about the progress of the internet that they invested in pretty much any tech company with a pulse. They stopped caring about whether or not a company was profitable, or at least could eventually become profitable. Common sense became a rarity. From 1997 to March 2000, prices went up about 5 times, only to go down 5 times and return to their pre-boom levels from 2000 to 2002. A drop which was also exacerbated by the terrorist attacks of September 11, 2001. Only 1 out of 2 internet companies survived, with businesses such as Pets.com going from a market capitalization of over $300 million to zero within just 268 days. There are, however, also success stories such as Amazon, which went from around $100 during the bubble peak all the way down to $7 after it burst, but then climbed back up to over $600 per share. The conclusion is simple. Like any other mania, the dot-com bubble is a fascinating human nature lesson.
All right, so that's all there is. Not a lot to explain there. The main point that I wanted to highlight, and then we're going to look at this article, is the reality that Amazon had not only the utility and the potential to get to the point it's at now, but it had a whole speculative hype phase, or speculative FUD phase, basically, where because of the crashing market around it, that potentially people didn't even understand how much Amazon would still go up. So it was at $100 a share, it dropped to $7 a share, back up to $600 a share. So this is not uncommon for emerging tech to come out, have a run, speculative investments, think it's worth a lot. You see a correction, you see some lesser useful tech be let go of. Companies that jumped in and just threw money into tokens that don't make sense. So this is a really, really simple analogy for where we are right now in crypto. We have a lot of coins that potentially we see a correction today. So there's a lot. Everything's in the green today. Bitcoin's up. Everything else is up. Altcoins are up in comparison to where they were maybe yesterday, but Bitcoin dominance is still at 53%. And that basically means we're seeing, just like Sean said yesterday, why Ethereum's crashing is because people are leaving alts. Why is Bitcoin dominance still headed up? Because people are leaving alts and going to Bitcoin, and the new consumers are coming in, entering into Bitcoin. So looking at our favorite reference, because it's just popular these days, we're going to bust out our Google Trends. That's right, Google Trends. I'm going to clear this, and we're going to start again. And, well, I guess that's not going to clear it. Let's clear it. And start again. So here we go. Let's say people are searching this term crypto dead. That's what I think might be fun to look at. So crypto dead. Look at this little spike parameter here. You got boom, crypto dead. First the first time it hits 100% interest in Google search is right around when the all-time high hits, right? So January, crypto dead, 100% search interest, like right after it all-time high hits and it drops. Another almost near 100% search interest for crypto dead is March and April. March, April, and then almost down here for a minute, people are like, I don't know, crypto not dead. And then now again, just this last week, crypto dead, one of the highest search terms, again, really just popping up, flying up this search trend, right? But if you go look at comparison crypto dead to just the search term crypto, the search term crypto dwarfs crypto dead like 100%, right? Like 99 to 1. So what does that mean? You're like, well, okay, well, crypto's way stronger than crypto dead. Bitcoin dwarfs crypto. So this is pretty simple to see this like introduction. These like the vocabulary people are using is what's introducing them to the space. So Bitcoin, wow, a little higher search interest than even crypto. Okay, Bitcoin, crypto dead. What else could we want to be searching for? You can see this is really, really basically a simple breakdown for understanding the interest for speculative investments. There's not a lot to say other than the reality that we're in a declining slide, and we're still really just kind of on the fence. None of us are probably on the fence for like our position and interest in XRP, but we're really on the fence waiting for the catalyst to demonstrate some upward momentum, some upward trajectory. So what is that? We're waiting, as we always referenced in the past, we're waiting on a couple big things. We're waiting on the price momentum. If we want to see upward momentum, which we have today, and we want to see hype, speculative hype, or good news, in a sense, speculative good news around the tokens. So do we see that? Do we see that today in the market? Well, we have Bitcoin is going to take a long time to get where it's going to be utilized, and ex-PayPal CEO calls cryptocurrency a cult. Calls cryptocurrency a cult. So this one might actually be, like an interesting read, probably because especially there's a degree of reality to it. I think that from the outside looking in, definitely a lot of people probably seeing crypto as a cult. I can't say what that means for you or me. We are in a cult now. No big deal. Welcome to your cult. Do you like the Kool-Aid? Bitcoin is useless. So you can see that basically there's still a lot of speculative FUD. People not really understanding the potential of tech. So what are the tests here? Well, I think importantly, we need to think about when the last time we hit 5,900 of Bitcoin. What's changed since then? Well, around Bitcoin, nothing. Like you and I know XRP, XRP's got, we don't even know what's really like holding XRP down other than some kind of like orchestrated event possibly. But I saw a tweet earlier today and it showed XRP in the third position like 5 years ago. And I was like, that's such a trip. That's so funny. And there was like a whole bunch of different coins in, the 4th to 10th position place that are no longer there because there's no utility in those coins. And 30 cents for XRP. How much can you, how can you not just be appreciative of this moment? I think more people are probably buying today on the way up than they probably were at 25 cents because it's just paradoxical like that, counterintuitive, if you will. So it's hard to say where we're headed. I don't know if this is the final bounce or the bottom. I'm happy to see this this bounce. Obviously, it means that there's some interest and resistance, but that doesn't mean that we don't have a further drop. Thank you, Mr. Pace, for reminding me. Smash the like button, please. It does me a lot of good if you smash the like button. It means a lot. It means a lot. Thank you. Smash it. You have 10K. Very cool. I like your style. You missed 25 cents. It's rough. That's why we were saying, days before, be prepared. Move the money now. Be prepared for this drop. And those of you that were prepared, cheers, congratulations. I applaud you. I applaud you for taking advantage of that position. It means that you will do well, my friend. You will do well moving forward. It's kind of like sometimes I think that the opportunities we fall into have a lot to do with just like our ability to resonate with certain understandings in a sense. Like our ability to resonate with certain understandings. Like there's no way that you're not buying this if you understand the revolution and the potential. There's no way. There's no way. I mean, people that are on the fence are probably just like wondering how to make sense of it themselves. Like once you kind of wrap your brain around like how much control, it's all about control. It's all about control. And I know it brings up a weird position. I was just talking to someone this morning. I was up early, given a Lyft ride before I started working in the office, and it was this. I gave a ride to this guy who I love when people are into crypto, and we can talk about crypto. This guy's like, yeah, I've been into crypto, I've been litecoining. He's like, I'm litecoining, man. I'm litecoining, brah. And I was like, awesome, I was like, that's cool, man. Keep doing it. And he when I tell him stuff like, I'm like, yo, man, check out XRP. Watch out for XRP. It's going to be the standard. It's going to be the base. Have you heard about ICE? Their Intercontinental Exchange is launching the NYSE, the New York Stock Exchange, or the Global Digital Asset System. I love telling people about that and looking out for XRP. And the first thing they say to me is a lot of people. I can still see a lot of people in crypto positioned themselves adversarially opposing XRP because their assumption that XRP is from the establishment, benefiting the establishment, and the rest of crypto is not. And it's an unfortunate place to be in. But nevertheless, I digress. The important thing is that it's a real paradox. There's a real paradox here because people that jumped into crypto early, they really kind of got sold on the idea that it's like anti-establishment, it's anti-authoritarian, and that it's freedom from the the manipulation and control devices of the oppressing ruling class that's have their hands in all the monies for so long. Screw them. And although I've played into that in the past, and I believe partially that theme, in reality, I can't say I believe in absolutes that much. I can't say I believe in absolutes enough to like make a bold stand, because every time you make a stand, you cast a shadow. I recognize that. Now, what that means to me is it means that the foundation of our reality is this duality, right? And I accept that for the most part, people are sold on the idea that we're trying to fight back against this controlling elitist class. But if you realize that money is such a strong form of control already. Like money is control, and that they know that. Everyone knows that. So what is happening? Where are we headed? It's hard to say because I know a lot of people are like, well, our true cryptos are anti-establishment, anti-bank, and et cetera, et cetera. This is what I've been proposing for a while. XRP Ledger is so open and interoperable and neutral, it's going to provide a backbone layer for you and I to be able to interact on and use for years and years to come as independent, as independent users of this ledger. People who want to basically have control over currencies and finances, I think that they'll be building out applications on top of the ledger to give them those control systems, to give them the control, kind of like how EOS has control over certain funds because they can freeze accounts and reverse accounts. I think central banks want that function, and they'll build that function into probably most of the standard applications that most consumers will be using. But that doesn't mean someone like White's could build something that people could use around the world, for free. Other developers, independent developers using the technology. So boom, there you go. A little bit of rant about what I think is really happening. I think it's open. It's basically like the yin yang of crypto. XRP is like the yin yang of crypto. It's open and interoperable enough that yes, central banks will build and use on it. Yes, the Fed will be using it. Yes, IMF's building it as a standard protocol layer. But also outliers and independent, independent sub niches or SME, small to medium enterprise businesses will be able to take advantage of using it as well without having to worry about competing to create this protocol layer. So many things that just kind of get me going and really excited. And today's potentially one of the days where I'm not even going to get to spend that much time with you guys because I really just got to get back to working and grinding because these prices are so good. So good. So looking at this, Ripple continues to decentralize the XRP ledger. That's one of the biggest things that was pushing XRP into the headlines as being a centralized currency, and they've lost that. They've lost that argument point. That bullet point is no longer on their side. So we can see, just like we said a day or two ago, it's going to be another few days for this news to show up. And wow, as of today, it's down to 21%. What? Is this crazy? Wait a minute. What? Okay, wait. Guys, did you know this? Did you know about this? Who knew about this and was holding out on me? No, it's still at, what is this? All right, this is the live site. What is this article talking about? This is the live site. This is it right now. I can drop the URL. You can look at it. What is this site talking about? What is this? We're excited today to announce that XRP Ledger ecosystem has expanded to 55 validator nodes, an increase of 120%. Further checking the stats of the validators on the mini validator list as of today, we get a total of 68 validators. I'm going to open their link. Is their link different than my link? No. No, it's not. What is going on here? Okay. Wow. I don't even know what to think about that. Can anybody else check that list? Can anybody else check that list and let me know what it looks like right now? Who's with me? Who can help me? Is it like cached or something? What's going on? Yeah, I don't get it. I don't know. Okay, so that's good stuff. Good stuff. It's at least at 48% dominance. I don't know about that 21%. Not that it's really breaking news, but BitConnect has finally joined the ranks of dead crypto coins being delisted from the last crypto exchange. That's right, it's finally done it. It's finally being delisted. The last crypto exchange. Bye-bye. Bye-bye, BitConnect. Thank goodness. Tired of hearing your name. So, Bitcoin, really high search interest. Not really anything close to that. Not anything close to that by comparison. And then, what is keeping us above 6K? Where are we? Why have we bounced? I think this is important because nothing's really changed for Bitcoin. We know XRP's changed. We know XRP's got it's got the right stuff. You know what I mean? They got the dancing shoes on, and the ball's about to start. But what's happening with Bitcoin, and why is it bouncing up and down 6K? Will it do anything at all? That's what we want to know. Will it do anything? The digital currency, Bitcoin, lost 7% of its value over the last 24 hours, down to 14% of its value in the last 7 days. How old is this article? This came out today? What are they talking about? The digital currency should be rallying. Bearish factors have overtaken the bullish environment, and Bitcoin is definitely undervalued still. So they're saying that it's undervalued, but we definitely have seen some hesitation for it to take a run. I know it's been gaining in the last hour. I know that this morning I've been watching it. It has possibly maybe even gone up a little bit maybe inside this hour. The entire crypto market's up at 212 billion. No big deal. No big deal. That site's crazy, you're saying. That site is crazy. September 30th, we get an answer from Congress. Is XRP a security? If it's not a security, you'll have trillions of dollars coming in from companies and institutions, which will make XRP boom and moon. Boom and moon! This is exactly what I think everyone is anticipating happening. But in reality, institutional investors, people that are accredited investors, they can get in now. They don't have to wait for the regulatory clearance. They can actually invest in unregulated securities. That's their right. I think definitely there's a potential that some people are already in it, and I know a lot of people are just waiting for that go-ahead. Like we said, a lot of people are still just kind of waiting for the go-ahead, someone to kind of tip their hat at them and say, like, it's happening. Because the other day I talked to someone, and they're still kind of like, I talked to someone that was like not part of crypto, and I just mentioned crypto, and they fell very quickly into the category of like crypto's a scam. They still think crypto's a scam. And it's hard to like convince them like, yo, XRP is actually rebuilding the payment rails of the world. It's hard to like start that conversation if someone's like, crypto's a scam. So, I mean, it's hard. It's a long road of adoption. And I honestly, referencing this article, Blow to Bitcoin, as Coinbase CEO makes stark warning, as I've been saying for a while, I think that the road to adoption is a lot longer than we probably think, but there's definitely a very, very real possibility that we're going to have some of these prices wiped off the board, just like we did last year. I'm not saying they won't ever be back, but definitely looking at just even right now, yeah, XRP is already at 30 cents almost. So it's hard to say. It's hard to say. Yes, exactly, yes. Did you hear about the 40 coins that are being delisted? It's not surprising. Honestly, it's not surprising to see coins being delisted as people start to realize, just like the .com bubble referenced earlier. I think, just like the .com bubble reference earlier, a lot of coins aren't going to make it. And I know Brad Garlinghouse said, et cetera, 95% of coins won't make it. And that I agree with that. I think that there's a reality to that. Clara B, thank you so much. I forgot that was actually one of the points of the article. Ripple dominance down. Ripple dominance down. And one of my favorite charts to look at dominance with is that XRP Bitcoin charts. Bit info charts is the one I like. Where is it? Oh, I put XRP. Thank you, Clara B. You are right. The part of the article was basically saying that XRP dominance is down. I like using this site to look at dominance, market cap dominance. Where is it? I'll have to look on that in a second, but I'm pretty sure we basically can see the dominance somewhere on here. I can find it. We can find the dominance for XRP, and that was what they're referencing. I don't know why. It literally does show a photo from that site. Maybe this is a different dominance level, like you're saying. Maybe that does reference the entire crypto market, but definitely them saying the 55 validators and showing 68 validators here, I don't know what that is. That makes no sense. I don't know what they're talking about. But as far as like actual market cap dominance, that would make sense. Looking at the entire crypto market cap, where is XRP dominance? I don't think it's at 20%. I don't think it's at 21%. I think it's actually a lot lower than that. I was trying to use this site to show it to us, but I can't find that exact metric. So I'll have to look at that. I'll have to look into that. Recap time. Okay, yeah, that's about time to recap it. Let's look at first, Bitcoin dominance down 1%. Bitcoin dominance down 1% as crypto market cap has climbed to $212 billion. No big deal. We have EOS took back position number 5 above Stellar. Every single coin inside the top 100 is green. Every single coin inside the top 100 is green. If you go look at the coins, I know you guys like Coin Paprika, but using anything you like, look at the coins inside the 7-day graph, and you can see almost every single coin shares a very similar graph, structure. It's a down, 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 and bounce. Down, down, bounce. Now, other than a few, you can see that Bitcoin had some volatility and some up and downs, and Stellar had some volatility and some up and downs, and Tether we don't even look at. It's worthless comparing things to, and Monero actually sticking out as having some independence. You can see each one of those has like their own little kind of niche market that they serve to. Specifically referencing this blow to Bitcoin, as Coinbase CEO says, crypto adoption is taking a lot longer than we think. Referencing this .com bubble idea, in reality, they said that we are right now at this phase. We're right now at this phase. Crypto is here. Internet penetration in the percentages of the 90s. It's like 1998 right now in crypto, and we still have a long way to go to get to 2000, 2001, and then all the way up to where we get to see some of these basically coins disappear because they'll be consolidated into working technology. Looking at utility. Ex-PayPal CEO labels cryptocurrency a cult that's headed straight to zero. Honestly, these are the kind of things that people are still saying. Literally, they're literally saying these things, and they mean it. They're serious. I can't say that we'll ever see an end to this because people believe the Earth is flat. There's some people that believe the Earth is flat. So I can't say we'll ever see a complete end to this lunacy. But again, looking at maybe, hopefully, news sources no longer covering it because it doesn't seem that important. Bitcoin is a cult, and Bitcoin's useless. These are very common phrases that I hear uttered often in reference to cryptocurrencies. Still not letting it deter me from the reality that money is control, and obviously the utility of XRP brings a lot of control to people that hold it. Looking at Bitcoin prices are testing 6K again. What's the difference this time? Honestly, thinking back, like what has happened, if anything, that's changed since the last time Bitcoin dropped down to 5,900 and bounced back up? Has anything changed since then? Have we had any news that's come out since then? Anything to make us think that possibly there's a catalyst in the market other than us knowing about XRP and the XRP ledger? I mean, what's really happening in the grand scheme of things? Not really a lot. We're waiting for more ETF news. We're waiting for more SEC decisions. So possibly considering this as a happy bounce, a good bounce, but maybe not the bull run that we're expecting. And this is kind of relevant, but not. I mean, it's kind of relevant, but not. Bitcoin illegal. I didn't even want to say it. I didn't even want to do it. I didn't even want to do it, guys, but I had to. 27 minutes ago, they tried to release it. I see you, Bitcoin news. They tried to release it in the middle of my show so that I wouldn't see it. Joke's on them. Joke's on them. I see you, Bitcoin news. I see you. Bitcoin illegal. Saudi Arabia Monetary Authority. The Kingdom of Saudi Arabia regulators issued a statement this week through its monetary authority. Cryptocurrencies such as Bitcoin are illegal, citing negative consequences and high risk. The government believes it must protect subjects from themselves. Kind of where we're at. Kind of something that's happening. Obviously, there's something happening. There's something happening here. When they decided to come out and say they're going to make it illegal, it's kind of like that's the moment before they come back and say, actually, we're going to regulate it and launch our own. Huh. Well, that's interesting to look at. Yeah, exactly. Thank you, Sean. Yeah, it's interesting to look at like what is potentially happening with all of these partnerships. We have so many different people making partnerships, developing, negotiating behind closed doors. It's interesting to look at. Okay, thank you, Tyler, for helping me out with that. I did not know what was going on with that. What am I clicking? Help me! Help me! Reset. That didn't do it. Okay, I see. But that's not. But those aren't on the UNL, right? Does that matter? I mean, like we knew there's a lot of other validators on the. We know there's a lot of other validators, but the validators have to be on the UNL in order to be referenced or used by Ripple, right? I mean, my bad. I didn't know that's what they were trying to reference. Boom! There we go. 55 new validators. I don't think they all got added at once, though, do they? Did they? There you go. That's how we get to this 21% dominance. There's 68 validators, but I'm pretty sure that there's only 21 on the UNL. That's what the difference is. Thank you so much. Who was that? Who was that? Where did you go? Tyler? Tyler, thanks for that. Yes, indeed. Saudi Arabia is building a city that runs on Ripple. That's right. Saudi Arabia is building the city that runs on Ripple. Basically, Saudi Arabia is saying, like, hey, guys, don't buy Bitcoin. It might not be that great. That's kind of what they're saying. They're kind of saying, like, hey, guys, we're building a super city. We're going to have a payment rail infrastructure at the bottom of it. It's going to be really legit. We're all going to really like it. Possibly going to really turn us around from having an economy focused on petrol. Oh, by the way, don't buy Bitcoin. By the way, don't buy Bitcoin. What do you think about that? Are they doing that? Would they do that? Would they basically do that? That sounds legit to me. Maybe they're watching out for their peeps and they're saying, guys, don't buy Bitcoin. It's not the one. It's not the one. XRP at 29966, up 15%. Someone just called it at 30 cents. But then it looks like it's at 29. It's at that 29. Yeah, it's creeping back up to 30 cents. It's happening. It's happening for sure. What up, what up? I don't know, honestly. I honestly don't know what Armstrong's doing. I have no idea what Armstrong's doing. You want that website? Everyone should have this website. Let me post it into this chat for you. There you go. That's the website that shows all the mini validator list. Mini validator list. You think it'll dip again? Wesley says it will dip again. Don't buy just yet. Okay. I cannot say for sure if it'll dip again, but I have a feeling, I have a hope it will. I have a feeling and a hope it will. Someone the other day said that they think it might stay down all the way through December, and I said, I don't know about that. I said, I don't know about that. It's going to moon soon, says Wesley Peters. Just buy, and relax. It's coming. That sounds pretty legit. I know a lot of times, I know we're all in like different socioeconomic standings and everything, and so it's individualized how much each of us can put time and effort into investing, but it's really a unique potential for everyone. If I can convince everyone to just have one, I mean, but then if you're going to buy one, might as well buy like 100 or 1,000. I don't know. Exciting times, good stuff. Very, very reassuring to see the market bounce like this, see the green in the market. But again, looking at, do we have any real news other than positive XRP news around the market? Will we see a further drop? It's hard to say. If you want to collect the XRP that I gave you on TipBot, then you can go to xrptipbot.com. xrptipbot.com is how you can go and collect your XRP. Although if you don't have a wallet with 20 XRP in it, then you will not be able to hold. I mean, you need to have a wallet with 20 XRP in it already to withdraw like 1 XRP. So no big deal. So is this a short squeeze like Sean's saying? Sean just said it's a short squeeze. Is it short? Will it be a short little drop and a bottom and then a bounce and then a straight bull run? It's hard to say. XRP under 30 cents. It's kind of interesting to like readjust your perspective of where it is every day, right? 29 cents, 30 cents for an XRP. It was just 25. It was just 40. It's hard to say where it's going to be tomorrow. But as I've said in the past, every day it's under 40 cents. I am racing and rushing to not only be here and have this moment with you guys because it means a lot, but also just go do everything else possible in my possible power to work and benefit from this opportunity. So you can see that there's potentially people kind of backtracking a little bit in a lot of different directions, but I think we have nothing but good news moving ahead. I was kind of thinking that we would see a little bit more news from SBI right now, but I also was speculating, as we have in the past live streams, that it'd be kind of quiet for a minute. So here we are. Here we are in the quiet lull, the in-between. The in-between. I'm not selling, just buying as often as I can. It's all market manipulation. I agree. I think it's a lot of market manipulation. I think it's a lot of people, because it's such a new niche market, but people that got in really early have a lot of power. People who got in really early have a lot of sway in the market, and potentially every time we see bigger bull runs come in and the prices like this disappear, the power that they wield disappears. So they know this is like their last chance to dance trance. You know what I'm saying? Who's some MMW fans in the room? Give me some MMW love. Last chance to dance trance for those kids that have been early adopters in Wales, and they're definitely doing it. They got their dancing shoes on and they're out there. So another really exciting thing to look at that I thought was kind of cool before we call it is using this ledger expose, which is pretty exciting that Wheats built this. Looking at ledger exposed, you can see that people in the 2% group of XRP holders have definitely been taking advantage of this opportunity. You can see a lot of the bigger upper groups, not really a lot of movement, but in the last few days, look at the 2% group. They have been fighting for that last little chunk of position. So it's interesting to see the spread here. It's interesting to see that people who've already decided that money is control and that payment rails and infrastructure built around money is important and that this is a really, really resilient, powerful technology, people who've already just done that, they've already made a decision. They've already moved into the space, and you can see they're acquiring and moving up the ranks of this percentage group. And so look at those 2%ers. Those guys are fighting for it. Those guys know what's up. They know they're not in the 1%, and they know they want to be there. Looking at the possibility, if someone told you years ago, you could possibly be in the 1% of, the world if you could spot an emerging tech and move into it. It's hard to say, though. Definitely looking at the people who recognize their position and their opportunity, the 30,000 XRP holders really fighting to get the last stretch, the last opportunity. Very, very exciting. Yes, this dip will make us rich. That's what that 888 video was about. It's crazy to see that 888 video come out and me kind of just make it for fun because I like numerology and I really like the number 8. It's great, and I like 2 8s, and I like 888s. I like infinity. Those are all really cool concepts. The concept, the number 0, the duality of 0, folded over. A lot of exciting stuff that I was excited to do that video, but it's great that video really comes to manifest into something powerful and positive, meaning it said literally the opportunity that you have to consolidate and find a foundation right now and get yourself prepared for what's coming, and here it is. This is it. There's not a lot you can say other than congratulations, you made it. The fact that you were aware enough to pay attention to be here in this space is really strong, and I'm proud of you. I am proud of you. You did so good. You did so good. And a lot of times, thinking back to the dot-com bubble, a lot of times people, I think, show up to the space and they just want to throw money into anything and just think like anything's going to do great. And for a moment there, a lot of any coin was doing great. But really trying to understand the utility moving forward, there's no better option in my mind, but only time will tell before the masses figure out what we've all been doing with our time and our money. Can you put up the XRP stats on CoinPreca before you go? Can you pull up XRP stats on CoinPreca, please? Okay. $2 here. Woo, nice. Down it will go. Going for 1%. Ah, I see you. I see you. That's you. That's you. You're fighting. I see you climbing. There's probably a couple other people there too. I think I can relate to this struggle. Yeah, definitely looking really strong to climb into that 1%. It's a hard stretch, but it's worth it. And looking at these kind of changing over time too. Like if you're in the 10%, losing your 10% spot maybe as more people kind of move into the space, better climb a little bit more. Looking at your 5% spot, 4% spots, like a lot of these people, these were climbing a little bit, but the 2%ers really fighting for it, doing that fight for the one, doing the fight for the one. Where is the 1% site? It's ledger.exposed. Rich stats. Here, I'll post it. There it is. There it is. Don't be fooled by this false bull run. Okay, I like it. Don't do it. Don't be fooled. This is not a bull run. Okay. There's the website right there. David Schwartz worked for the NSA. He did. David Schwartz did work for the NSA. Nice. Honestly, if you could get in the 99%, in the 99%, that's pretty good. Better than being in the no percent. Like I would honestly. That's why I send text XRP to people all the time, and tweet it to people that like don't really care about XRP because I think it's worth them at least having one, right? At least they're not a no corner anymore. I'm just kidding. It's fine. I confirmed with Weend, these are not accurate numbers. Well, thank you for clarifying that and checking in with us. Do you know which direction they're not accurate? Because I referenced the old Hodor blog. You guys seen the old Hodor blog that has these same numbers, a little bit different metrics? Referencing those two together, you can kind of see like it's like 2 points in a graph. You can kind of project like where you're headed. So yeah, maybe it's not precise. That's a pretty exciting moment. Yesterday we were talking about the opportunity, hearing the XRP ledger reach that decentralization. The moment that XRP at 25 cents, I was basically calling it like the Willy Wonka golden ticket. I was saying, oh, I feel so fortunate, but not fortunate enough. I'm too poor to actually take advantage of this. So as much as it's an opportunity, it's only an opportunity if you can actually buy it and get in. So very exciting moment, but also very important to like buckle down and look at like what are you doing? What's your workload? How can you refine what you're doing so that in another month you can really be ahead and keep putting more into whatever you're into. Maybe you're not into XRP. Maybe you're not into crypto at all. Maybe you want to buy precious metals and silvers. I have no idea what you're buying.